I need you to delete this one.
Even this one? I mean, this one seems fine to me.
No, this is unacceptable. This is crossing my boundaries. I think that this is part of your past and it's unacceptable to me. This is something that I think if you're going to put this out there and you're going to wear bikini you're going to wear a bikini. No.
They're board shorts.
Listen, this is a boundary of mine, and if you don't want to respect it, then you can.
It's gone.
Okay.
It's gone.
The next one that I need you to get rid of? Yes.
Oh my God.
What is this?
It's a joke. It's like.
Well, what's funny to you is triggering to me.
Okay. All right. We'll get rid of it.
Okay. Good.
There can't be more.
There is. Who is this? This is someone from your past.
You know him. That's
yes, I know, but he is one of your problematic friends from your
He's not problematic.
Very recent past where you were engaging in destructive behavior.
I think this is getting a little out of line now.
I would be comfortable if you deleted it.
Oh my God. Okay.
And also this one. You just look too hot here, and I know that you're going to be getting all kinds of messages, and you're going to go surfing with women and
I'm in
men.
A jacket.
Yeah, but this makes you look like a surfer, and I don't.
Okay. It's gone. Jesus Christ.
Speaking of surfing.
No, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, no, you're surfing with men here.
I'm not surfing.
They're just out of frame. I know it.
It's in Greece. There's no waves to surf.
There's no waves to surf in Greece? That's not true.
Okay.
So now you're lying.
Oh my God.
Again, triggering behavior.
I'm sure there are some places where you can surf.
I don't know if this is going to work. You said that you would delete these photos and you're not deleting them.
Oh my God. Okay.
What is this? Your titties are out. For everyone to see, for all the guys to see.
It's doing a little spa day in Hawaii. It's a joke. Look at my face.
You keep saying that everything is a joke. Don't gaslight me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're gaslighting. And this...
What's the problem with this one?
I just think it's really cute. I just wanted to tell you that.
Okay, so I can keep it up?
Yeah, you can keep it up.
Okay.
So what we just did was an exercise in what not to do. With a
podcast co-host.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What not to do with a podcast co-host. We're going to be getting into the Jonah Hill stuff because we have some strong opinions on it. Right?
I don't know how strong my opinions are.
I have some pretty strong opinions on it, and they've changed over the course of the week of what's been happening.
So should we do some just quick housekeeping stuff right up top before we even...
Sure. Yeah. We just got off the plane from New York.
We just got off the plane from New York, did our live show. It was fantastic. It was the most fun we've ever had. Mm-hmm. Everyone, big thank you to everyone in New York who came out. It was incredible. Our moms were there. Mm-hmm. We did a fun bit with them. They crushed.
Show sold out in a day. And the Los Angeles show...
We still got...
but we added more tickets.
We still got a few ticks left.
They're still available. So Los Angeles, you got to show up. I'm talking to you, Los Angeles. You have Chinatown, Koreatown, Little Tokyo. I have only listed the Asian parts
Filipino
of town. Filipino town, Cambodia town,
Little Armenia,
Hollywood, Santa Monica,
Thai
Atwater Village,
Thai
Town, Los Feliz, Silver Lake, Echo Park, Highland Park,
Atwater
Village. That's enough. Altadena, Rowena.
We're putting the link in the description.
So get a ticket.
Click a link, buy a ticket.
I don't want to have a thing again where people are going, I didn't get a ticket to the show. Well, now's your chance.
Fucking come see it.
Get your frigging act together.
Come hang out. Make friends. Also, I see you on the Reddit, you people being like, is it weird if I come alone? No, it's not. There were people who came to the first live show alone. They made friends, and then they came to this one together. Now you have buddies.
I just reconnected, or not reconnected. It's not like we weren't talking, but my good friend Tyler Sorensen goes to shows by themselves. I
go to shows alone. Well, that was someone commented on it and said Emil is a vocal proponent of doing things alone, not only going to shows, but just going, if you want to go do something alone, go do it.
Yeah.
So nothing weird about it. Come hang.
Yeah, come hang. But yeah, let's dive right in, man.
All right.
Check out this for the audio. I had to get a Diet Coke because I was fucking exhausted from that flight, and they sell 16-ounce tall boys of Diet Coke. Fucking delicious.
All right, so give me your strong opinions.
So if you've been living under a rock, say hi to the bugs, but also the actor Jonah Hill was what would you call it? Outed as being
Emotionally abusive
emotionally,
or
emotionally,
manipulative, I guess.
I would call it both of those things to his ex-girlfriend, professional surfer. What was her name?
And law student, I believe.
Jonah Hill ex-girlfriend.
I believe she's an environmental.
Sarah Brady. Pretty damn good surfer, if I may say.
I also think she's like an environmental law student.
Correct. In Hawaii, I think. She's going to the University of Hawaii or something.
I don't
like
know where she goes.
Well. Also, Jonah Hill really leaned into the whole "I'm a surfer now" culture. His whole vibe and his whole look.
So to be completely, just full disclosure, I dislike Jonah Hill.
Why?
I don't know.
Curious, and I didn't mean to make that sound defensive.
I don't know. All of a sudden, he came out of nowhere. It's like bleached hair, full of tattoos, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Some people said that. Did you tell me that he had Dylan? Did you tell me that he had a brother that died that looked exactly like this?
And then all of a sudden, he was making movies about skate culture and.
His movie came out right at the same time as fifth grade or whatever.
Eighth grade.
Eighth grade came out, and it just felt like
an actual
all right,
good
dude,
movie.
I never saw mid-90s.
Me neither.
It just felt like, all right, I get it. He's fine. As an actor in his comedy and stuff, I get it. And I felt bad for him over the years watching the way that the media treated him because of his weight and made him. There's like a famous clip of him on Jimmy Kimmel, I think. And Jimmy Kimmel says, "Oh, I'm really surprised that you smell good."
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, and Jonah Hill goes, "What is that supposed to mean, man?" Like he's not even doing a bit. He's fully upset because he knows that it's a backhanded compliment, saying that, well, you're a fat guy and I'm used to you being.
That's horrible.
It is horrible, and
I don't condone that.
And obviously,
but we can all agree he's annoying.
Sure, we can, yeah. So most recently, he had this documentary on Netflix about his.
Oh, dude, sorry. There's a fucking GQ does this thing. I think it's GQ or Esquire. They do this thing where it's like my everyday items. They have an actor, actress, whoever, come in and they.
Jonah Hill was one of them. Yeah, what were his items?
They were all just so annoying. He's like, "Oh, dude, this like Bart Simpson skate deck."
GQ items. Jonah Hill GQ items. Let's see. 10 things Jonah Hill can't live without: bucket hat, hydro flask, incense, ring, wetsuit. Cool, dude.
Right.
Mr. Zog's coconut wax.
Right. It's just like, dude.
Hydrating argan oil mask, jujitsu, and outro. He can't live without outro.
It's just a very like curated, I'm a surfer guy now. I can't live without my fucking surfer wax. I can't live without my.
Yeah. I mean, good for you. He's got a fucking spring suit with the arms cut off. Yeah. Anywho, what can you not live without? Beans.
Well, he did say hydro flask, and I did feel a little bit called out because this is literally.
Well, inescapably, there are going to be things that you cannot live without. I'll tell you what's in my left pocket at all times: Blistex, my car keys, my house keys.
I mean, that feels a bit. Imagine going to GQ and
I can't live without
and just being like my keys.
My
I can't.
keys, my Blistex.
Blistex is good. I do keep my Burt's Bees on me.
Okay, good. Yeah, Burt's
but
Bees
you can't.
sucks.
You can't do your keys in your wallet.
Wallet,
I think people are.
My wallet and then my phone.
You know who also had a really annoying one?
Who?
Jeremy Strong, of course. He's an absolute nut job, but his whole
but he's entertaining.
I'll
take his.
It was better. Like it's like, okay, you're nuts, and
Jeremy
it's
Strong.
kind of cool,
dude.
His? It's all stuff. Actually, it's kind of cool. It's all keepsakes from roles he did.
Yeah, here, that is pretty fucking cool.
But he's nuts.
Of course he's nuts. He's an insane man.
Yeah.
Have you seen his? He was in that movie, The Happening. M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening,
where
with
the
Mark
trees
Wahlberg.
kill everyone.
Yeah, and he's a soldier, and he comes up to Mark Wahlberg's truck, and he's nervous, and he's got a southern accent. He's like, "Hey, everybody at the base suddenly started acting strange. I don't really know what's going on. It's pretty good. It makes me want to see the movie again. Again, whoever is in charge of marketing at Amazon or Netflix or whoever who has dictated to the interns to just cut up clips of movies and put them on TikTok, it's working because it makes me want to watch every fucking movie. They were hitting Moneyball a couple months ago. It was just Moneyball.
A Jonah Hill vehicle.
Was a Jonah Hill. He was great in that movie. He was really good.
He's a good actor. I just find his whole thing
his
annoying.
whole shtick. Yeah. So
everything felt very curated, even down to getting a surfer environmentalist girlfriend. It's like, okay, dude, it's getting hacked now.
Yeah, we get it. You're all about the fucking lifestyle.
He was on Jimmy Fallon when he was dating her, and the interview's ending, and he's like, and you know, my girlfriend would kill me if I didn't say like donate to environmental fund. It's like, shut the fuck up, Jonah.
Yeah, don't use your platform for a good cause.
Okay, but this is actually related to.
By the way, I just want to really quick say, I can't live without CeraVe lotion. Every day, I have to put it on my skin.
I have become a convert
of CeraVe.
Yes, I recently started moisturize. Well, not recently. It's been over a year now.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Can't believe you didn't moisturize. It's fucking insane.
I know. The reason I started was because I was with 3 women. We were playing doubles tennis.
Oh, that's right.
And they were like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah. Okay, so what were you gonna say?
So this is very related to what happened with him. But did you ever watch the doc he did? Stutz.
About his
therapist?
Yes. I watched bits and pieces of it.
When it came out.
Yeah.
I was just curious. And I found it all very gross. Just.
Really?
Yeah, it just it's like one of the things I hate about LA here. Everyone's like over therapized and fucking like wielding it like a weapon and like.
I'll get to that. I didn't wield it like a weapon, but I definitely was over therapized for a hot minute. Few years ago.
Well, yeah, I'll tell. So, and I recently, in like the last, I don't know, a few months, stopped going to therapy because I was like, I fucking hate this. I feel like it's all just, even when I'm coming in with stuff, being like, I think I did a bad thing, and I want to like address that. It's always like, well, but you have to remember like your childhood, and it's like, no, shut up. I'm so sick of this.
It's okay that I'm naughty sometimes.
Right.
Tell me that it wasn't the best thing that I did.
Yeah. Exactly. And so I just feel like there's so many people out here who are doing that, kind of weaponizing trauma and doing all these things and using therapy speak. But not only that, I just found the whole thing fucking gross. I don't know if you saw the part where like he brings out his mom.
I saw. Remind me. And for the viewer and listener.
I guess it's supposed to be cathartic for him, but I'm like, dude.
He calls her out for being
and I'm like, dude,
bad
this is
mom
so gross. Dude, you could do this privately.
Yeah.
This is weird, and you know, your poor mom. Obviously, whatever. What is it? The road to hell is paved with good intentions, but it doesn't seem like she was,
into it.
No, it doesn't seem like she was this horrible monster. I think she probably made some mistakes, whatever. But I was like, this is fucking gross. You shouldn't be doing this. It also felt weird that he has this relationship with his therapist where I don't think patients should have this type of relationship with their therapist. Where
what type of relationship?
He's sharing his life with Jonah, and it seems like he does that a lot with. Yeah. All of his patients, and I think
isn't that his whole thing, that he's kind of in his own world, and this is what we're like. He's got a lot of personal anecdotes that help him drive home points, I think.
Yeah,
which sure, fine,
right?
Yeah, my last therapist was very by the book, to the point where if I was out of town, out of state, she wouldn't have a session with me because she said I'm not licensed in that state.
Oh, interesting.
And I can't do that. And I admired that.
Me too. It's like,
I thought that you were going to say that sometimes you don't have anything going on that particular week, and you'll find yourself going, I guess I got to find something to be like upset or sad about to bring to therapy, because otherwise you're just saying things are going pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. There's that.
I don't like that. But so anyway.
But things are never going pretty good. So
out of the blue, Jonah Hill's ex-girlfriend, Sarah, they'd been broken up for over a year. By the way, I don't like to talk about this kind of shit. I don't like to gossip about celebs, but this is a really interesting one, and it hits a bunch of different things for me. And I was talking about it with Jessica, and we were having a pretty interesting conversation about it because we both had a lot of thoughts on it. But it's been changing throughout the week. At first, it was just the screenshots of their conversations, and she was sharing it without any real explanation at first. I think, by the way, if I'm getting some of these details wrong, please forgive me, because I'm not fully well versed in every single fucking aspect of it.
What happened, just very briefly, is that I think she started reposting pictures that had been deleted and with captions that weren't completely open, but would say things like, reposting this because a narcissist abuser or something like that had me delete it.
Yeah.
And I guess she wasn't being completely upfront. And then the screenshots started pouring in. And
she would later go on to say that part of the reason why she shared them is because it was for her own catharsis and for her own healing, because she had only gotten so far and was still in her own therapy and was feeling like she needed, it was good for like her closure and growth and whatnot. And I think also to warn other people to know what to look for if they're dealing with a similar kind of situation with someone who is controlling and emotionally abusive and all that shit. Because, yeah, so the screenshots are, I don't even want to pull them up because there's so many and I don't want to have to fish through them right now. But he basically is...
It's basically the bit we were doing.
Yeah, he's listing off...
He's getting pissed about her and wearing bikinis, which is very odd. She's a surfer.
Yeah. And also, they're not even... He said like a thong. You're wearing a thong, and she's like, it's a fucking one piece. It's not a thong. And they're not even sexual pictures. They're her riding waves. And clearly he's like...
Yeah, I mean, there was one where I was like, why would this one have been taken down?
So at first I was kind of analyzing his insecurities that are very clearly being exposed to everybody. Like he's clearly kind of reminds me of when I was in middle school and high school, and I couldn't skateboard worth a goddamn, but all the like hot guys were really good at skateboarding. So I just in my head was like, whatever girlfriend I end up getting is gonna fucking leave me for a guy who can kickflip. And I feel like Jonah Hill has that same kind of attitude toward men who surf. They're hot guys, because they are.
Well, right. Usually. He seems to have a complex about it because he's newer to it. People do post. I think he gets posted to like Kook of the Day or whatever sometimes when he like drops in on someone.
But it's a fucking... I think he's got to be friends with those guys because he's probably doing it at Malibu where everybody drops in on everybody. Yeah. It's like the thing. But... he was listing off his boundaries, quote unquote, and asserting that she crossed his boundaries, violated his boundaries by surfing with men, surfing with other men.
Wait, can I read it? Can we do it through? Because so Joel Kim Booster had the best tweet about it.
Okay.
And instead of listing them as Jonah Hill's boundaries, he has it as a gay guy's summer bucket list.
Do you want to send it to me and I'll pull it up here?
Yes.
Text it to me. Don't click over yet, Dylan. No, I'm not gonna...
Okay, you should have it.
Meal, here we go. Come on. Okay. This is... Whoops. Holy shit. Whoa, god damn. Whoops, wrong one. Don't. Okay, a gay guy's summer bucket list. Oh yeah. So these are all the things.
These are
the actual things that he said. Surfing with men.
Boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men. To model. To post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit. To post sexual pictures. Friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful. And I think it's way more fun when you're thinking about it as a gay guy's summer bucket list.
Yeah, it is way more fun.
Friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past
beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful. So, okay. When I first saw this stuff, I thought, okay, hey, this is where he's fucking up with the therapy speak, because not all he had to do, but he's talking about deal breakers, not boundaries. And also they're not boundaries. Boundaries aren't something that someone else is like, how do I phrase this?
I don't know. You want to say it, you freak.
Okay, stay out of my computer because I'm going to pull up.
Stay out of my computer.
A friend of mine said this perfectly, which is if he had said, hey, it's crossing a boundary of mine to be in a relationship with you because I'm not comfortable dating a girl who is publicly so sexual, it would be a different kind of conversation. To say that it's crossing a boundary of mine, not like they're deal breakers. Also,
I'm pretty sure it came out that they started dating because he slid into her DMs.
Yeah, he was into what she was doing. So that's another thing. They were deal breakers for him at the start, but he didn't communicate them off the bat. And I don't know.
It sounds just like wild insecurity. I don't think it's
such
like
wild insecurity.
I don't think
Surfing with men. Okay, but still, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men. I get that. Hey, man, if that's something that is going on with your partner and it makes you uncomfortable, by all means, communicate it. But like modeling, what?
Oh no, I wanted to grab this.
Oh, you're grabbing that? Posting pictures of yourself in a bathing suit when she is a model, get over yourself.
And a surfer.
And also support your fucking partner. And I did understand because another thing, when I first saw this, again, I've got to underscore, when I first saw this, he's talking about how we don't have context to all of this. I don't know what her wild recent past consisted of or who these women are who are in unstable places. For all I know, they're using drugs and they're going out drinking every night. And maybe she had communicated to him at one point that it was like rock bottom for her, or a bottom line for her. Like, spending time with these people brings out in me these bad behaviors that I want to stay away from.
I mean, that's a lot to read into it, though.
Sure,
and that's a very generous read, considering he didn't want pictures of her fully clothed on the internet.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying, like, this was for me like just a roller coaster of, okay, I identify with certain things because years ago I had certain bottom line kind of behaviors that I needed to stay away from that aren't a problem at all for me anymore. But at the time I was like, oh shit, if I do this, or there weren't even people. Like, I had no problematic friendships where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hang out with Joe and he's gonna fucking get me smoking crack tonight. And that's gonna fucking get me to drive 175 miles an hour on the freeway, Hunter Biden style.
Yeah.
But
who's your most problematic friend?
Probably Steve. He's probably our friend Steve.
Why?
He's not watching. No, he's just got. He
gets you drinking, or just
no. Oh. He's problematic just on his own.
Oh,
but even then, not really at all.
Which one would bring out bad behavior in you?
Oh, honestly, nobody. No, I can't think of anybody who's been.
Me and Phil tried to get you really drunk in Japan.
And you did. You did.
Are me and Phil your most problematic friends?
I would say problematic is a bad term. I would say like poor influence.
Are you going to get a text from Jessica being like, this is a boundary for me?
No, not at all. Well, you guys did get me into smoking.
No.
Again. Okay. Suddenly the line is drawn at smoking versus drinking.
You can't handle the international cigarette. That's not my fault.
I cannot handle the international
That's
cigarette.
That's not my fault.
That's correct.
But I smoked the cigarettes. I came back. No problem.
Yeah. So there's a quote that same friend shared with me from Trevor Noah's book, and his mom. Here, I'll just read the quote. The way my mother always explained it, the traditional man wants a woman to be subservient, but he never falls in love with subservient women. He's attracted to independent women. He's like an exotic bird collector, she said. He only wants a woman who is free because his dream is to put her in a cage. And it got me thinking about the Madonna whore complex that a lot of men have, where you can't. And Freud, I think, coined the term Madonna whore, where
Who famously wanted to fuck his mom.
Men have a hard time
coming sometimes, and it's completely normal.
A lot of men still to this day have a hard time being in love with and being feeling feelings of respect and admiration and mature love for someone that they're sexually attracted to. And the inverse also, they can't love someone that they're horny for. They're basically women to certain men. A lot of men are either Madonnas, just virgin,
sure,
untouchable, or fucking whores who demure, that's the Madonna, just demure and I'm just a little.
I mean, a perfect example is that guy you showed in the bonus. The wife gets all these special treatments,
right? Girlfriend
gets nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it got I was thinking more about just listen, I'm an ally, okay? I was thinking about massage. My point is that I am the arbiter.
Did you just want to talk about this?
No, because it was making me think about just all of this stuff. And it sucks.
My take is that Jonah Hill sucks, and it's funny that it happened to him.
Anyway, so, man, how about Twitter threads?
All right, speaking of guys we hate,
yeah.
How do you root for someone in this one? Huh? Zuck v Elon.
Okay, first of all, have you seen the photo of Buff?
Yeah,
Zuck.
I can never.
I got it pulled up.
I gotta respect anybody with a great body. He looks great.
He really does look.
I don't care
good.
how much I hate him.
He looks really fuckable, and he looks happy.
The head doesn't match the body.
The head doesn't match the body. I say it does.
It's a sick body.
He's now got like kind of Greco-Roman looking face. He doesn't have cauliflower ear yet. He hasn't earned his cauliflower ear like the guy on the right. But for the audio listener, just imagine it was Mark Zuckerberg's sexual stats suddenly got maxed out.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, they got maxed out.
You think he's really giving it to his wife?
Oh yeah. He porks her.
She's hard. The real winner in all this?
She's the real winner.
But that's the thing. We're going to get to threads, but I have to say I'm kind of bummed about this whole. It seems to be working, but Zuck has done a real rebrand. He went from.
It's really smart.
Guy we were all making fun of. I mean, in 2016, this was the guy we were talking about who was, the Cambridge Analytica scandal. He's not doing anything about rigging elections. John Oliver's doing, an entire video about how he's responsible for
poisoning the minds of teenagers and social media, all that shit,
and genocides, and and destroying independent journalism, like you
name it, Zuckerberg.
Having all these news outlets pivot to video, and then just turning it off in a day and going sorry,
and also lying about the stats at first.
Yep.
To advertisers.
Yeah,
which caused so many companies to pivot to video.
And then turning it all off and causing a lot of companies to just lay off tons of employees, all these things.
Yeah.
To being a complete joke, rebranding Facebook as Meta, and it's taking a huge bet on
the metaverse.
And now he's stepped in with Threads, which is a very common, it's a common Facebook playbook, which is just completely jack another company's idea. And the first one was stories. They just completely jacked the whole Snapchat thing, and everyone was like, oh, now I don't have to open Snapchat. I could just do it right in Instagram.
It was really good. I mean, people use the shit out of stories.
I mean, yeah, it's way more popular than posting to grid. I mean, now every day you're just filling your stories with posts. And then when TikTok rolled out, Instagram was like, well, Adam Masari, get out there and tell him we're going to start pivoting to Reels. And
I still don't even understand the difference between Instagram video, Reels, and whatever the other one is. It doesn't make sense to me.
I think they're just all Reels now.
I think you might be right.
Well, I mean, there's been many iterations of video on Instagram. It was IGTV for a second.
Right. That's the one
That was going to be the
I
big.
forgot about that.
That was going to
That's
kill
what it was.
TV.
Yeah.
I remember for a second, I think there was IGTV exclusives.
Jesus.
But yeah, and now so it all seems to live as reels. But yeah, the latest one, they're just. I mean, if you've used Threads at all, it's Twitter.
It's Twitter, and I personally, I've enjoyed it. I've still been spending a lot of time on Twitter. Not a lot of time, but I'm looking at Twitter more than I'm looking at Threads because I'm just kind of waiting for them to figure it out because it's still a little buggy. Like it's an algorithmically
right. So it's
curated
missing
feed.
some important things. It's mobile only. There's no, if someone were to send you a thread, you would be able to click it and it would open, but there's no real desktop version. You can't,
Right.
in the way you can scroll Twitter on desktop, you can't do that. And yeah, it's just an algorithmically curated feed.
Mm-hmm.
There's no chronological or following.
And it's showing you people that you don't follow sometimes.
And a lot of brands. It's not.
Oh yeah,
you're
they've
not getting-
monetized it
Yeah.
immediately.
And there's no hashtags, no keyword search functions, no DMs to slide into. That's a huge thing. And then there's weird stuff like if you want to delete your Threads account,
Mm-hmm.
did you hear about this? People complain. You have to delete your Instagram account.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'd imagine they'll fix this. That's the thing. A lot of these things are coming. I can't imagine this thing's just going to keep cruising without DMs, hashtags, all of the things that make social media sites work and fun to use.
And it was on the heels of Twitter fucking up by having that one couple of days.
Yeah,
a
I
week
think they
ago.
sped up their launch because
They
they were
did.
like, "Oh, he's stepping on his
Strike
own dick.
while the iron is hot."
Let's do this."
Yeah. Which was really smart. I mean, Elon Musk has fucked up so much. And the big thing that he's done to fuck up Twitter is he's brought back a ton of accounts that were banned permanently because his whole thing is free speech. And he's also done what he does best. He made himself the main character. I am the face of Twitter because I am cool enough and so many people are sick of his shit, ourselves included. And it's just it's informed the ethos of the app. It feels a lot worse.
There's
now.
been a vibe shift.
That's a good way of putting it,
There's
man.
been a vibe shift on
There's
Twitter.
been a vibe shift.
Well, but that's the thing. You were saying you're enjoying your time on Threads. I don't think I am. I was kind of excited because I mean I want to move off Twitter. I want something that just brings back what I had on Twitter before all of this mess.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe Threads could be that. And it does not seem like Threads will be that. All right, it's very toxic positivity.
Yeah. And they
we're gonna be a nice place. And they've explicitly said, we're not gonna be the place for politics. We don't want divisive issues on here.
I've got the message from Adam Mosseri right here. Politics and hard news are important. I don't want to imply otherwise, but my take is, from a platform's perspective, any incremental engagement or revenue they might drive is not at all worth the scrutiny, negativity, let's be honest, or integrity risks that come along with them. There are more than enough amazing communities, sports, God, I can't read today. Sports, music, fashion, beauty, entertainment, etc., to make a vibrant platform without needing to get into politics or hard news.
Right, which is very boring. So, I mean, that was a response to an original because someone from The Verge basically said, it'll be, this is Alex Heath, will be interesting to see how the news industry does or doesn't embrace Threads because so Meta as a company has spent the past few years actively distancing itself from news and literally downranking it in Facebook and Instagram. They killed the news tab, now threatening to pull all news in countries proposing laws that would require payments to publishers to host their links. But if this app is going to be a real Twitter competitor, it's going to need the news industry to embrace it. Is Meta ready for that? And that's why I'm not having fun. Like Twitter for me, before, whenever anything was happening, you could log onto Twitter and immediately start understanding what's happening.
Yes.
And so Mosseri saw this and responded, the goal isn't to replace Twitter. The goal is to create a public square for communities on Instagram that never really embraced Twitter, and for communities on Twitter and other platforms that are interested in a less angry place for conversations, but not all of Twitter. Politics and hard news are inevitably going to show up on Threads. They have on Instagram as well to some extent, but we're not going to do anything to encourage those verticals.
Interesting. I wonder if he's saying that kind of thing to avoid legal pushback, because they've already been sued. Or not? Are they being sued or just threatened?
Elon Musk's lawyer has sent a letter to them talking about how they are threatening a lawsuit.
And part of what they're alleging is that they've stolen talent from Twitter, and that those people from Twitter know trade secrets, and they are utilizing those trade secrets. It's all bullshit. They're not going to, it's just fucking.
Well, it is very interesting. I mean, so, it's similar to remember when they were threatening the same thing with Rivian? And it did seem that people who used to, or Elon Musk was threatening the same thing, not Twitter, but it seemed like people who had left Tesla to go work for Rivian. And he's alleging the same thing. Basically people left Twitter to build basically Twitter at Meta. Mm-hmm. And
but Meta's saying that nobody...
Yeah. Andy Stone, Meta's communications director, told Semaphore that Twitter's accusations are baseless. No one on the Threads engineering team is a former Twitter employee. That's just not a thing.
I don't believe that, first of all.
I mean...
That's insane.
Also, it's important to remember just how many fucking people Elon Musk laid off when he took over the company. There's probably tons of people. There's probably tons of Twitter engineers looking for a fucking job and are happy to go work for Meta and just be like, sure, we'll fucking build But also, if you don't want people building a competitive site, maybe don't lay off your entire engineering team.
Yeah. I hope that it does. I don't know if I hope it kills Twitter, but I kind of do. And I hope that with that death comes a vibe shift, and we lose the aggressive rush to judgment, lack of critical thinking skills era that Twitter has wrought upon this country and the world, because it's exhausting and I'm fucking tired of it. And I like their idea of making it a friendlier place, even though it's not necessarily reflective of reality, but it's just
right now it seems like they've made a stupider place.
Yes.
It's a lot of Instagram users who we're finding out maybe don't have that much to say.
Yeah,
sure. And
sure.
they used to just post pictures and videos, and now they're like, "What's up, fam?"
Yeah,
and it's just brands being like, "How are we feeling today, y'all?"
Yeah.
It's like,
it's
what
like
the
Twitter
fuck
circa
are we doing
2008.
here? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe, but it's a bummer to me because, I want the old Twitter back, and it just does not seem like this is
it ain't gonna
this
happen.
is it. They're not encouraging the thing I wanted out of Twitter, which was a news app.
Yeah. Interesting factoid. Threads reached 100 million users faster than ChatGPT, which was the previous record holder.
After 5 days.
5 days, which is wild. But it's kind of a different...
It's a bit cheating when you have
asterisk.
2 billion monthly users already.
Yeah.
And you just...
Yes,
you
absolutely.
Just say, hey, we have this new platform. Just all you have to do is sign into your Instagram account.
Yeah.
It's a bit different.
And it's interesting going
It is impressive, though. I mean...
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
But it's interesting going on Twitter and seeing the right-leaning people shitting on Threads and uplifting Elon at the same time. And it speaks to what I said, how everything now is... It's just everything now gets... What's that? Plinko? Is it Plinko? Is that the game that they play?
Where you drop the thing?
Yeah. Everything gets filed into just left or right, blue or fucking red. Everybody's on just the one team, and the right has chosen fucking Elon Musk. And now by default, it's like, okay, I guess since Mark Zuckerberg is his rival now, we have him or some shit. That's just, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how it feels. And
I hope they both just kill each other.
I really do too. That'd be so great. That'd be so great. They should do, instead of a jiu-jitsu match at the Coliseum, it should be a duel. Yes.
How sick would that be?
Yes.
And they both kill each other at the same time.
With like a hollow point fucking bullets.
We should give them both like old-timey blunderbusses that are going to backfire. And so they just kill themselves.
Yeah, that'd be so great.
Let's see if we can arrange that.
But it's funny to see them all saying like, trust Elon, and I'm not going anywhere, and Twitter's 10 times better, and just these fucking guys, man. And then meanwhile, Elon Musk just announced x.ai, which is his AI thing. I've got it pulled up here. Today we announced the formation of x.ai, and it's just a landing page. All it has so far is it just says, understand the universe. The goal of x.ai is to understand the true nature of the universe. You can meet the team and ask us questions during a Twitter Spaces chat on Friday, July 14th. Great. I guess I got to do that.
Curious.
Oh, by the way, did you see Mark Zuckerberg trolling him by saying curious to a bunch of things?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. But collectively, we contributed some of the most widely used methods in the field of AI, in particular the atom optimizer, batch normalization, layer normalization, and the discovery of adversarial examples. Blah, 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 blah. It just then brags about their team and what they're doing. Who the fuck knows what they're doing? But they're hiring for engineers. I don't know how they're going to monetize understanding the true nature of the universe. But
well, he hasn't quite figured out how to monetize Twitter yet. So
speaking of,
which I have to say, Zuckerberg seems to be learning from Elon's own fuck ups and being like, let's not become the not brand friendly place. And so now you have this. I mean, but at the same time, it's like, but I don't know if people are going to want to go on there and just see, you know,
McDonald's tweeted at Wendy's. Oh, fuck.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Ice cream machine broke, not at Wendy's. And McDonald's replies, man, that's fucked up for you to say. That hurts my feelings.
Right. It's
and
just
Pop-Tarts comes in and goes, what's going on?
It's just a bit exhausting.
It's so exhausting. It's bleak. Bleak is the term.
Yeah.
I did. I got really pissed off yesterday because I was seeing there was this guy commenting about billionaires destroying the earth on TikTok in the name of space exploration and furthering humanity's reach as a necessity to get off of Earth, because
saying they were doing it on purpose to.
No, it's like Elon Musk's whole thing is, we've got to leave Earth because it's going to become uninhabitable. It's becoming uninhabitable because of people like Elon Musk, who are raping the natural resources to fuel the rockets and the fucking electric cars in service of getting off the planet. And also, to that end, this is the most hospitable place for us in the universe.
Well, we don't know.
Why do we want to? It literally created us. That's how hospitable it is for humans, is that we grew here.
Yeah, this is the Carl Sagan thing.
Yes, we've got the planet.
Which
let's stay on it and just fucking make it work. Make it work, people.
Which Elon Musk.
You like that, Tim Gunn?
Which Elon Musk notably read that passage about, you know, the pale blue dot and how this is our only Earth and we should take care of it.
Wrong.
And then he just goes,
Mars.
Wrong. We have Mars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to go live there covered in fucking red dust, dipshit? By all means, get out of here. Go. Show us. Quit talking and go. Fuckface.
Yeah, you first.
God damn, man. It's just, it really is upsetting. There's, Earth is beautiful. There's so much shit here.
Ben took ecstasy before this.
Earth is beautiful.
It's just so beautiful, man. I can't believe they would do to this. I can't believe they would do this to that.
There's so much shit here, man. But yeah, really, it is so stupid. Oh well, Earth is gonna blow up in 100 million years. Cool. What if the next planet that you find that's hospitable is set to blow up in 5 million years, but we don't know that till we've blown up Earth to get on the rocket to get out of here? Shut the fuck up. And this is depressing.
You'll be happy to know that we're shattering all-time heat records.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. That's cool. Yeah, rub the baby oil on me. Give me the melanoma. Oh yeah, I'm getting my moles checked finally on Monday.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Not finally. I usually go once a year, but it's been a while, and I've got some questionable ones.
You know, I just went.
Carve it out of me. and you got a clear check. Sometimes they do it too quickly. They just kind of go, "Oh yeah, you look fine."
Well, I mean, I think maybe I'm being overcautious because I got my yearly physical and I was like, I don't know about all this. Some of these, and it felt like my doctor was very uninterested. I was like, maybe I should go to a dermatologist. And he was like, no, these are all fine.
Yeah.
And then I was, you know what it was? A friend got cancer and I got freaked out. And I said, you know what? I'm calling the dermatologist. I don't need to listen to this guy. And the dermatologist was just like, these are all fine. Just looking at my entire body. So
my last dermatologist back in Long Beach was psycho, like in a good way. His first available appointment, 4:30 in the morning.
I don't know if that's psycho in a good way.
I mean, psycho in a good way in that he loved his job. But Dr. Newman, you'd come in and he'd go, good to see you. And it's like, I would take the 6 a.m. thing because I'm like, well, I got to go to work. I might as well do the 6 a.m. one. And I'm fucking exhausted. He's like, good to see you, man. Oh, man. You know, life's great, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, it's all right.
Get this guy on Threads.
Can you check my fucking moles, please, now? And he'd always find something that he wanted to just test and fucking cut it out of me, burn it off. Or cut it out of me and then cauterize the wound. I say all the time he did it twice. Well, speaking of ChatGPT.
Speaking of AI, you mean?
And speaking of AI, ChatGPT's traffic dropped like 10% recently as they're saying the novelty is worn off. But I disagree. I think it's just because school's out for the summer.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good call.
People are someone
but I can't imagine
someone in the Trader Tree house pointed that out. I can't remember who. Sorry if I'm not remembering, but yeah, they're like, I think it's because school's out and so many students are using it. Like, yeah, of course, that makes sense.
Yeah,
and also
but you're telling me these. Well,
and also competitors are rolling out their shit too. So
yeah, but have you seen, like, for example, if you look at a chart, Bard.
What about it?
Did I?
You said it so. If you look at a chart, Bard. It's pathetic.
It's barely even registered. No one's using fucking Bard.
Chart Bard.
Hey, wait, I can find you a chart.
No, I'm looking at it. Generative AI study scores. Yeah, you got.
But they're not really taking users away from ChatGPT.
It is the biggest loser in every category.
I have to imagine it is a bit. I can imagine the student thing. Although I imagine any college students are probably still using it at their summer internships.
I still have barely used it.
I pay for it, and because I was like, oh, this is going to be so helpful. Blah, blah. I don't like using it really. I fell off. I tried using it in the beginning to make things easier, and I just was like, I like doing it myself. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't found the right way to utilize it.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I'm thinking, I don't know how. I'm sure that I could use it, but I just don't have the interest right now to look into it. And I've seen enough Twitter threads now and TikToks of people going, I'm already making $20,000 a month and utilizing AI. And if you're not doing it too, you're missing out on the next gold rush. And I'm thinking, I just don't have the energy. I don't care enough.
But
I don't want to get into drop shipping fucking toys from that you can buy. You could buy these little fucking toys for 60 cents from fucking, what is it? Bing? No. What's the one that they have over there? Weibo? No. Help me.
I can't remember.
Yeah, what's the name of the Chinese Amazon? Baidu? No, that's Google.
No, it's
Chinese Amazon.
I
Temu? Sure. Temu. Alibaba.
Yes, that's right.
Hey, you can buy these shitty little things on Alibaba and then resell them on Amazon and let AI do it. Like, my brother in Christ, I'm not trying to add to the shit. There's too much shit.
But I don't know if those things are necessarily falling off at all, because this is just ChatGPT specifically. I think AI stuff is probably still on the rise. I mean, when we were playing on Adobe with Dylan and the way you can just kind of, it's wild. You can just circle it and tell it what you want it to do. Those things those tools are probably going to keep getting integrated more and more. I think there are specific instances where it works. What?
I'm just that sentence, those tools are going to be integrated more and more. I'm thinking of like dorks in high school who were tools getting integrated into like
society.
Yeah, just keep going.
Like a gym teacher called an assembly and they were like, we're
We
integrating.
need to integrate these tools, these fucking tools sitting over here, and it's all the douchebags who are just brain dead, just like like I knew this surfer guy who was just dumb as rocks, and he's the kind of tool who needed to be integrated. Like, I remember one time someone crouched behind him and another guy pulled down his pants, pushed him over, and he just kind of laid there and went, "Oh man, Mike, get up, pull up your pants."
Was it the get on all fours thing?
Yeah,
That's a good bit. I haven't done that in a while.
bit, yeah, devastating if it happens to you.
Oh,
Man, you become a tool that then needs to get integrated back into high school society by the gym
we
teacher.
should start doing that to adults.
We should. No.
No.
I'd be scared of someone falling back and cracking their head
Yes.
and go to jail. Anyway, continue.
Fuck if I know what I was saying.
You barred.
Oh, well, I think it was obviously going to level off at some point, right?
Yes.
I mean, this is not, I don't know if it's useful for everybody. But I mean, I think for a second there, people thought it might be the, most trafficked website in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But it does not seem like it is a threat for that anymore.
There are tools being integrated that are very worrisome. I was listening to NPR, the radio station.
Talk about tools.
Where old people go to whisper, as I like to call it. And they were doing a segment that was very sad and very interesting on these female voice actors whose voices are being usurped and AI generated. There are people out there who are taking their voices and AI generating them to incorporate into pornography. There's a woman who does the voice, who used to do, I think, the voice for Wonder Woman, like the cartoon version of Wonder Woman. And there's these porn sites, these fetish things where they're animating Wonder Woman into pornographic situations and then using her voice to make her say shit like, come on me or whatever. Listen, I don't know, but
no.
As I was listening to it, it was terrible because she's like,
no, tell me what Wonder Woman would say.
She was saying how upsetting it was and how she had to actually listen to it to better understand what they were doing exactly. And for a second, I thought that they were going to play it. And I'm like, there's no way they're going to play this. They didn't. But these actors have to advocate for themselves and just constantly be searching the internet for it to manually request that the sites take them down.
Isn't that happening all, like, wasn't there a weird...
There was a YouTuber who also had
Twitch
that
streamers
happen.
and stuff.
Yeah.
They were like just making porn out of them and stuff.
Yeah, and she's crying because I can't imagine. That's traumatic as fuck. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I guess people could technically do it to us.
Yeah, we're not encouraging that.
God
Don't
damn it!
do
If
that.
someone's got an animation of me saying "come on me," I'll be so pissed.
You just said it.
Yeah, I guess they already have the clip.
Yeah, they got the clip, man.
I mean, there's that clip from Hoot and a Half where I just say, "I like cock."
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. That was pretty good. Oh boy. Do we have to? We cut out how much? 15 minutes.
We'll probably want
We're
to.
gonna
5 to 10, yeah.
Okay.
We'll probably
cool.
want to go like 10 to 15.
I want to talk
longer.
about the child abduction movie that everybody. Speaking of Mel Gibson from 30 minutes ago, the child abduction movie that he produced, The Sound of Freedom, and how all the
And the sound of freedom is children screaming.
screaming with joy, with jubilee that they've been freed from the throes of child sex trafficking. So,
Jim Caviezel's up to his old tricks.
AKA Jesus.
In the Passion of the Christ,
He's
yes.
Passion of the Christ Jesus.
Did you go see it when you were a kid?
I never saw it.
You never saw it?
No.
Yeah, you saw it. Wild.
Is it brutal?
Yeah.
I walked out to play like Big Buck Hunter or something.
Uh-huh.
I got bored and my mom was really mad.
Oh. He basically just gets his ass kicked, right?
Oh
For like
yeah,
2
dude.
hours.
They have him do the whole. He's carrying the cross and just getting. He's got the fucking wreath of thorns.
Yeah.
Whew.
Do they like
They
hammer
get
in the thorns?
Jesus' ass. Yeah.
So, when they put the thorns on, because I was thinking like, it might just feel like a tickle.
I think they're nails. I think it's like made out of nails.
And they like hammer it in there?
Yep.
How does that not kill you? You got nails in your head. I guess that
He's
happens.
the son of God.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but he comes back to life.
So they say.
Yeah, but I just wouldn't get hung up with the nails in the head.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jim Caviezel is part of this movie. Mel Gibson is part of this movie. And it's all about exposing the global child sex trafficking industry and how it's a multi-billion-dollar a year industry. And that is certainly true.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. It's a big industry. So if you want to diversify your portfolio.
Jesus, dude.
It's a finance show. We don't...
Yeah, the ticker symbol is KID.
Nice.
KIDS. KIDS, yeah. But it's of course all the fucking, the Elon Musk fanboy guys who are all part of the Venn diagram of those guys is they are also obsessed with pedophilia. Everybody is a pedophile.
Doing it.
No, they're against it. And they think that anyone and everyone who is in power, asterisk, who is not on their team, AKA all Democrats, Hillary Clinton, all the fucking people, they are all part of it.
Who own the pizza parlor?
Who own the pizza parlor? They're all part of it. Look, I don't know how. Sure, maybe the people in power are sick and they do shit. Jim Caviezel was talking about adrenochrome and saying that there's like body parts and
adrenochrome is famously a very QAnon talking point.
Yes,
it's like you can harvest it from children to.
You scare children and they emit this chemical.
It's a bit like Monsters Inc. How you can fill the tanks up with screams.
I never saw it, but
you never saw Monsters Inc. Dude.
No, I was an Incredibles guy. I love that movie. Not like there's teams.
It's not either or. Dude, it's so good.
I just never saw Monsters Inc., man. I don't know. I know about it, but yeah, there's the big one and the little one. And the little one's Jewish.
The little one is famously Jewish.
Yeah, it's Billy Crystal.
He's
right?
Mike Wazowski, yeah.
Who plays the blue
John
guy?
Goodman.
John Goodman, okay.
We're going to watch Monsters, Inc.
Okay.
With the Patreon people somehow on Discord or something.
I'm going to watch Mission Impossible tonight with Jessica, so she's familiar because we're going on Friday to see it. But yeah, that's a good idea. We'll watch it with the Patreon people.
Because I have to show you Monsters, Inc.
Okay. By the way, patreon.com/paypigspod for the bonus episode that'll be coming after this, where we're going to be talking about fucking Barbie, cocaine,
Barbie, cocaine.
Barbie, cocaine. Just a whole bunch of shit. But yeah, so adrenochrome is something that they say is harvested from children to
make you live longer.
Yeah, but also if you look at all the fucking people in power, they look like shit and they don't live that much longer. What is the fucking story here, man? You know what it is? It's just
but you have to see him without adrenochrome. Picture Dianne Feinstein with no adrenochrome.
Oh, man. Oh, she'd be dead.
Just a bag of bones.
Yeah.
She kind of is a bag of bones already.
Child sex trafficking fully exists. And it's in Southeast Asia, and it's in South America, and it exists here in America.
Yeah, it's kind of a worldwide...
Yeah, it is. But these fucking people are so close. They just have to make everything political. And they're like, Disney and all the media companies won't talk about this movie because they're scared because it's going to expose them. And there's this whole fucking viral on
why would I don't understand. Is it a Disney movie? Why would Disney talk about it at all?
It's not a Disney movie, no.
But so they're saying Disney.
Well, they're saying
but
that
Disney doesn't talk about movies that.
Yeah, there's a great point, buddy. I think because Disney actually had the rights to it and then relinquished them.
Okay.
Probably because it's not.
They were like, "Ugh, great! It's Mel Gibson and Jim Caviezel."
Also, yeah, Disney's not going to put out The Sound of Freedom, the uplifting tale of a child who was released from fucking sex trafficking. That's not a Disney picture.
Well, then why'd they have the rights to begin with?
I don't know. Maybe because it started out as something else. Who knows?
Okay.
But all over Twitter, because these people don't use threads, all over Twitter, they're
well, you got to keep politics off threads.
That's right.
And news.
That's right. but they're going nuts. Their conspiracy brains are humming. They're absolutely fucking electrified because the people in power are shaking in their boots over this movie. Nationwide, you're seeing movie theaters not selling concessions. You're seeing movie theaters leaving the lights on when the movie's supposed to start. You're seeing empty theaters when it says that it was sold out online. Sounds fishy, right? That's because they don't want people to see the fucking movie. And they want people to ignore it. Which is so fucking...
Is it possible
What?
they're not selling concessions because they want people to have full focus on the sound of joy?
That's actually a good
Is it
point.
possible they're keeping lights on because child sex slavery is so scary?
It happens
You
at
can't
movie
do it in
theaters.
the dark.
Yeah, someone could come in and snatch your child
Also,
while you're out buying concessions. They're doing it for child safety.
But if the movie theater's empty and it was sold out online, that's still going to count for the box office, so it wouldn't be a problem.
Also, it might be, that's the fucking point, is a couple things. There are such thing as glitches. Like, I've been to theaters where they fucked up and like it stopped midway through and then we got our money back. Shit happens. Second, this is all a fucking marketing stunt for the movie to make it seem like this is the movie they don't want you to see.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
It's exactly what it is. And I don't know if these people are too dumb. I know that these people are too dumb to realize it. But further, if they didn't want you to see the movie, you wouldn't be able to buy tickets to it at the AMC in the first place because they wouldn't have it at the AMC or the Regal Cinemas or the Edwards Cinemas.
Wasn't there a lot of famous liberals kind of tied to a child trafficking ring, though?
Who? Which one? Oh,
don't say
you mean
who,
fucking
which one.
Epstein?
Like,
yeah, of course. I mean, that's...
Disney
does
owns
currently
it.
own it? Wow, that's wild.
Interesting. I want to ask Bob Iger why he won't talk about...
Why won't you talk about Sound of Freedom? It'd be funny if they actually did and they were. Oh, I mean, are they just the distributor or do they own it?
To be...
When they merged with Fox, it like
Oh,
yeah.
It's one of those things. Get the fuck out of here.
But to be completely... My Twitter feed is full of Sound of Freedom ads.
Yeah.
It does not...
It's not being... That's what's so fucking asinine about this shit.
And I was like, holy shit, it's Jesus.
Yeah, it's being talked about everywhere. You can see it. There's no problems.
And I got Mel Gibson looking into the camera and saying,
Well, they're trying to silence us. I can't do
no.
Gibson.
He did... Or maybe he does. But it's mostly just a very serious...
I know not to cross any boundaries and piss off any powerful Jews anymore. I learned that lesson before, so I'm just not gonna say anything this time.
He was really on one.
Yeah, he really was.
Have you ever seen Mad Max, the original?
Yeah, it's great. Have you seen the first Lethal Weapon?
Yes, but
it fucking rocks.
Specifically that era of Mel Gibson, the early Mad Max.
He was so great.
Insanely hot. There's not a hotter guy.
Yeah.
Psycho shit.
It's like, it's the Michael Jackson thing.
What's the Michael Jackson? Oh, he was fucking kids too?
No, just separating the art from the artist.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I mean, he said, Mel Gibson said some terrible things about Jews, but I do love Lethal Weapon.
I feel like I'd have a harder time rewatching Lethal Weapon if I knew that he was asking kids to spread their assholes or spread their butts so he could look at their assholes.
Like Michael Jackson did?
Yes.
Yeah, but then you famously will still get down to Thriller if it plays at a wedding or whatever, or Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
I will famously get down to Michael Jackson songs.
Does any... Yeah. Man. All right, that's a good place to end
I am
this.
going to, at every wedding I'm at, though, this year, I'm going to, if a Michael Jackson song comes on, I'm
shame everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bad.
He made...
Supports child...
Yeah, pedophilia.
Supports pedophilia.
Real fast. I did tweet at professional dipshit Mike Cernovich because he was saying something about the movie and about Sound of Freedom. And I replied to him.
You love poking the bear.
I just think that people are fucking stupid. Yeah, because Jack Posobiec, another dipshit, was on his TV show saying like, man, they're really trying to silence this movie. It's really bad, and just stay tuned because they can't hide the thing forever. They can't hide it forever. And I just said, like, this is making baseless, weird claims on a shitty TV network about Disney and making vague promises that you'll do everything you can to stop it while continuing to milk gullible brain dead followers for all they've got. Basic. I was getting. I
what
have
Ben's
been
saying
getting.
is he got his ass.
I did not at all. I just take that pedo trash to Threads, where you'll get a pat on the back from all the groomers you respect.
That's what someone said to you?
Yes.
Holy shit.
People.
Okay, groomer.
There were a ton of people just saying all kinds of, just basically accusing me of being a pedo. And that's what they do is, groomer. So you outed yourself?
Holy shit.
How can anyone without scrambled rotten eggs for brains just look the other way from this issue? Kids are our most valuable resource, right? Yeah, yes.
Well, but that's the whole thing, right? It's become very hard to... It's hard to argue with someone going like, well, I care the most about kids.
Yeah.
I care more about kids than you. Because this could be a projection. I care so much about them, I'm fucking them. Some of these guys.
This is where my frustration lies, is things that everyone can and should agree on, they successfully make a partisan issue. They thrive on making everything a partisan issue. We care about this thing. Democrats hate it. They don't care. They fucking support child trafficking, sex trafficking, all that shit. Ever stop to consider the tens of millions of boomers were once liberals who have decades of insight that you clearly lack, all of which were once young, idealistic,
This guy's
gullible.
saying this to you?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
How many replies did you get?
I don't know. A lot of them, man. Spoken like a true pedo. Someone should look at your hard drive. You're obviously jealous of Elon by calling his POS car a PO. Oh, that's someone responding to a different one.
I do want to see your hard drive now.
If you think
show it to me.
If you think pedophilia is some sort of scam or myth, you need to extract your head from your rectum. I'm not fucking saying that. I'm saying that these guys always saying we're about to out them. Stay tuned. That's the scam, you utter fucking dipshit. Ay. These people, they ate too many paint chips when they were young. Anyway, let's stop the episode. Let's go into the
Well, we'll probably roll this right into more movie talk. We're gonna talk about Barbie and the whole Mattel toy industry.
Yeah. Let's talk about our favorite movies and why we love them.
I want to talk about the Mattel stuff.
Okay. Siskel and Ebert right here. If you don't know who they are, Google them. I think they're both dead now. Are they both dead? Siskel and Ebert are Siskel and Ebert alive?
Roper's the one that's alive.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Oh, fuck Rupert.
Man, these guys loved movies a lot. Paypigspod.com.
That doesn't exist.
Patreon.com. Patreon.com/paypigspod is where you can find the bonus episode.
Come hang with us. And if you want to watch Monsters Inc., we're working on that.
We're working on that. Because we are going to make it I think we're going to do a monthly movie night.
First movie.
Monsters Inc. I don't know how we're going to do that. I think we'll set up a camera and we'll figure
it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll be fun. We'll wear pajama jams with footsies.
Yeah.
And all that shit. Anyway, good night.
Goodbye.